Zimelang Senbonani, I'm Shelly. Hello. Hi. It's your girl Kia Betumoraki, but you can just call me Kia. And welcome to my channel. Okay, Morake. If you're new to this channel, it's all about fashion, beauty, and self-care. And if you're my regular schmegulars, thank you very much for watching all the time, for being here, for subscribing, for doing what you do best. Thanks. Today's video is week 4, right? Welcome to week 4, more prep of the 21 days to fitness with Kia. It's Wednesday, ne? It's Wednesday night. We're supposed to do this on Sunday. I was supposed to do this on Monday. Yeah, you guys will see in the vlog what's been happening with my life, because a lot has been happening. So this week's meal prep is just for 5 days, right? We're just prepping for 5 days. But anyways, yeah, it's the new 21 days. It's the second 21 days. I don't know how to count these weeks or months, like, so I think I'm just gonna do like week 1, week 2, because I think it has to do like a total of 30 weeks, because we have like, we're doing 10 months, right? Yeah, so I think it has to be like a total of 30 weeks, the 21 days. Yeah, the whole year we are on a diet. Anyways, let me let you know what is it that we are prepping, you know, today for the week. For breakfast, we're gonna start off with the breakfast snacks. As I said in the intro, if you haven't seen the intro, please check it out. I'll put it somewhere here. Please check out the intro if you haven't seen it. But anyways, as I said in the intro, I'll be eating 2 times breakfast. Hopefully I will be doing that this time, because I always say I'll be eating 2 times, but most of the time I only eat once, you know. But yeah, I'll be eating 2 times because I'm trying to wake up early in the morning at 5 a.m. every morning. So 5 a.m. until lunchtime, those are a lot of hours. So yeah, that's why we eat twice, but it's a snack and a meal. So snacks, we're going to have biscuits, which I'll definitely bake and prep, or pancakes. I'll prepare the mixture and I'll put it in the fridge so that in the morning I can just throw it in the pan, you know, quick, fast. Sorry guys, I'm using my notes pillar. Yeah. And then for the meals, the breakfast meals, we are going to have egg muffins or Cajun Egg Boiled. I've never tried that before, but it's like basically boiled eggs with some sauce and some Cajun sauce or whatever that is. So yeah, we're going to try that out. Okay, those are my 2 options for my breakfast. Now getting into the 3210 diet, right? The 3 vegetables that I'll be picking, we have the greens, which is green salad. Green salad is going to be lettuce and cucumber. It's a combination of lettuce and cucumber. So your options can be your combinations of, like, you know, vegetables. Like coleslaw can be a vegetable on its own, if you get me. So yeah, green salad is just cucumber and lettuce, and then we can add whatever that it is that we have in our fridge. I know I have carrots, I know I always have tomatoes in my fridge, so that's something I can add in my green salad, right? But we're just counting the lettuce and cucumber, right? And then for the sweet vegetable, we are going to have pumpkin, and for the other vegetables, we are going to have potatoes, because who does not love potatoes? Exactly. Then for the 2 proteins, chicken as always. I have chicken wings, and I'm going to, because the packet that I chose had a lot of chicken wings in it. So yeah, we're going to make honey garlic chicken wings, and we will also make fried hake. Those are our 2 proteins. For the carbs, there are no carbs. As I said, I'm trying to limit myself when it comes to the carbs for this until like probably May, until like we get into winter, and then I'll include the carbs. But yeah, no carbs. And then for the fruits, it is orange season, so I am having oranges, and I do have apples in my fridge. I don't know what other fruit I'll be having. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see if I try to get any other fruit, because sometimes I do like buy fruit on the street when I'm at school or somewhere else, you know. So yeah, I was thinking peaches, but true, a pack of peaches are so expensive. Yeah. Otherwise, enough talking. Let's get into it because I need to eat. I'm hungry. I need to eat. Let's get into it.
Okay, so I'm going to start off with the vegetables by slicing the potatoes into wedges. This is how I slice my potatoes into wedges, so that they are almost the same size. I am then going to boil them for a few minutes. Moving on to the pumpkin, I'm only going to use half of it for this week's meal prep. I wanted to show you guys how I peel and slice my vegetables because, you know, your girl has some culinary experience. So this is how I do the pumpkin. I'm just going to chop it up into cubes. I seasoned the pumpkin with some salt, cinnamon, and drizzled some oil and mixed that up. Back to the potatoes, I made some garlic butter. So that's butter, added some garlic, some parsley, and the 6 gun spices. And I'm just going to give that a nice mix and pour it into my potatoes, obviously without the water. And yeah, just mix it all up together nice. I placed my vegetables on the pan together, you know, to save myself time, and baked them in the oven, roasted them in the oven for a few minutes until the potatoes were nice and crispy and the pumpkin was nice and soft. And there you have it, guys. How beautiful. Because I like my salads freshly made, I'm just going to chop up the lettuce and, you know, put it in a Ziploc bag and in the fridge. And then cucumber is simple, don't have to prep it. It's time for the protein now. I started off with the chicken and I spiced it up. These are the spices that I use for the chicken, and I put it in the oven to roast for a few minutes. Then moving on to the garlic sauce that I made for the chicken, this honey garlic sauce. So that's butter and garlic, and I'm going to fry that for a few minutes. And then I added my tomato sauce and Worcester sauce. How do you say this word? Worcester sauce, or is it just Worcester sauce? Anyways, and a little bit of honey as well for some sweetness. You know, that's like my barbecue signature way of making the barbecue sauce. And I'm just going to mix that up, and to make it hot I added the peri peri spices. And yeah, just going to mix it up and let it simmer for a few minutes before adding some water. Because I didn't cook the chicken for so long in the oven, I'm just going to cook it in the sauce that I made. So we're just going to let it simmer in there and absorb all that sweetness, right? For the second protein, it's the Hake. I started off by removing the middle bone and the bones on the side. I don't know if I'm doing this the right way, so as much as I say I have culinary experience, but yeah. I spiced it with paprika, spice for fish, salt, and mixed herbs. I then rubbed the spices into the fish so that when I put it in the oil, you know, the spices don't just remain in the oil. And I simply fried it in some oil, and that's it. Moving on to breakfast prep, I started off with the pancake mixture, and that's oatmeal flour. Basically, that's blended oatmeal. Added my baking powder, my salt, and I'm going to mix that all together before adding my wet ingredients. For the obvious wet ingredients, I added 1 egg, some vanilla essence, milk, and honey, and I'm going to mix that well. I'm sorry that I don't show you guys the measurements, and that's because I do not measure my ingredients when I'm making food. I literally trust my instincts, and also I taste the food as I go so that I know what I need to add in order to make it taste better. Anyways, this mixture needs to be a little bit runny because I am going to leave it in the fridge, and the oats absorbs liquid, so when I take it out it is going to be thicker. Otherwise, I added some oil in the mixture so that it stays nice and moist, not dry. Now for the egg muffins, I broke 5 eggs into a bowl. I seasoned my eggs with some salt, mixed herbs, and paprika, mixed that well, and then I added my vegetables, which is your onion and pepper and mushroom as well, and I'm just going to mix that well. Because I'm lazy to scrub these pans, I'm going to use muffin cups and pour the mixture into the muffin cups evenly. I'm then going to put some grated cheese over the mixture, not pressing it in the mixture, just over the mixture. Bake them in the oven for a few minutes. Now it's time for the cookies, which I'd recommend you to try out because I really enjoyed this. Anyways, in a bowl, I put some peanut butter and some honey, and I'm going to give that a nice mix. I'm sorry, no measurements, guys. As you can see, I'm just doing them. I then added some oat flour and I mixed it well. It was kind of hard mixing it, but obviously because it's a cookie dough, it's supposed to be dough, not like runny. I also added a little bit of oil for some moist and vanilla essence. Using my hands, I'm going to make a ball and place it on the pan and flatten it. I only made like 6 cookies because I was worried how this was going to taste. I didn't want to waste my ingredients, but otherwise it was actually good. Anyways, once I'm done, I just bake this in the oven for like literally 20 minutes and that's it. I prepped the Cajun egg boiled as well. So in some butter, I sauteed my onions that I sliced, not chopped, added my garlic and also sauteed that, and I seasoned it with some parsley, the Portuguese steak spice, peri peri, and also I added some stock. When it comes to the stock, I added a whole one. I would advise you to only add half because it was salty. It was salty. I mean, it was not a bad taste, but it was salty. I'm going to let the mixture simmer until it becomes thick like this, and I added a little bit of honey, mixed that up, and I'm done. This is how everything came out. To see how I enjoyed this meal prep, which I actually did, stay tuned for the vlog. That'll be coming out soon on my channel, so please ensure that you subscribe and click the notification bell. But otherwise, that's it from me, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this video and found it useful. Till next time, goodbye.